All right, and we're back with lesson 3, area of a trapezoid. So this guy is a tad bit crazier than the other two. The other two were basic compared to this thing. It's really not that bad. It's kind of like combining parallelograms and triangles together and incorporating two bases. But let's show some examples and talk about it. So again, finding the area of a trapezoid and finding the missing dimension when given the area. So again, substitute and solve for bullet number 2. Here is your crazy formula. Write it down. Use your book like I discussed with you in the last video, I think it was, even though I'm doing these back to back. I can't remember what I just said. The area of a trapezoid is 1/2 the product of the height, h, which again is going to be shown like this, perpendicular to a base or the bases, because there's 2. The sum of the bases 1 and base 2. Base 1 up here, base 2 down here. Since we're talking about sum, we're talking about commutative. It doesn't really matter where you identify base 1 or base 2, because commutative, right? Addition is commutative, so it moves around. So it doesn't matter if base 2 is written here or here. For this particular model, it's showing you that the base 1 is on the top and base 2 is on the bottom. If you want to stick with that, if that helps you out, go for it. All right, area of a trapezoid. Let's do it. You are going to do 5 is base 1, 12 is base 2, and the height is going to be 7. You're going to take half of the height and multiply that by the base. So again, I would just do height divided by 2 and then multiply that by whatever you get for the sum of the two bases. So the height is 7. 7 divided by 2 is 3.5. 5 plus 12 is 17. So then I would literally do 17 times 3.5. And over here, we are talking about multiplication. So you can do 17 times 7. I'm going to do it just to double check. 17 times 7 divided by 2 is 59.5. Or if we did 17 times 3.5, 59.5. So it is the same thing. You can do it whichever way you like. But again, we're talking about area. We need to make sure it's in square inches or square units. Try it again. Area equals 1/2 the height times base 1 plus base 2. Base 1 would be 4. Substitute and solve. The height is 3, so I'll substitute in 3 for h. Base 1 is 4 plus base 2 of 7.6. So I would do that. It's indicating that my camera's on, but I don't know if you guys can see me or not. So I'll just pretend like you can. So we're going to add up 4 plus 7 and 6/10. Now remember, 4 is a whole number. 7 is a whole number. So 4 and 7 have to be aligned if you're going to do this longhand. So 4 plus 7 and 6/10 is 11 and 6/10 times 3 times 1/2. I'm not going to torture myself and do more work than I have to. So I'm going to bust out my calculator. 11.6 times 3 divided by 2. So realistically, I feel like we can break this down to be area of a triangle. Add your two bases. Once you have your two bases, consider it base times height divided by 2, just like the triangle. Your answer should be 17 4/10 square meters. In the event you could see my camera, there is my work. Area of a trapezoid for this guy. Again, here's your bases. So add these two together, and then just do like as if it was a triangle. Base times height divided by 2. So 7 plus 12 is 19. So you're going to do 19 times 9.8 and divide it by 2. This is the crazy formula. This is how you have to show it. But in your heads or in your calculator, if it makes more sense, just do base times height divided by 2 once you add your bases together. So pretty much you're adding the two given bases to create one whole base, multiplying it by the height and then dividing it by 2. There's all your work. Your answer should be 93 1/10 square meters. Just going to erase my board. Okay. Why don't you guys give this one a try real quick. I will substitute it in, and then I will make sure my camera pops up so you can see the work. The height should be 3 2/10. Base 1, 3. Base 2 is 6. So substitute and solve. I'm just going to escape that little guy real quick. There I am. Why am I bigger? Still learning all this stuff. Like, I wish this option was still there when I was presenting. I don't understand. But anyway, there's the formula filled in. Now you're going to go ahead and do the math. So 1/2, 3.2 times 9. Again, I don't have my calculator, so I'm going to use my phone. 9 times 3.2 equals 28.8, and you're going to divide that by 2. And you're going to get your area equals 14.4, and it's square meters again. Here is the work that you should be showing us in classroom. Okay, you can always go back and you can pause the video. I know it's a small little screen, but I'm sure you guys can figure out something. Figure out how you can go ahead and zoom that in there. All right, now we're going to talk about finding the missing side. The trapezoid has an area of 108 square feet. Find the height. So they are providing you with the bases. You're going to substitute in 108 square feet for the height. For the area. It's going to be 1/2 times h, and then you're going to do 12 plus 15. So it's 108 equals 1/2 h times 27. Again, you want to get rid of the 2, so you want to multiply both sides by 2. And my phone keeps locking. So it's 108 times 2, which I just don't want to think right now. 216 equals 27h, and then you're going to divide both sides by 27, and I ran out of room. So 216 divided by 27 is going to give you your height of 8 feet. All right, here's the work. It says my camera's on, but I don't see myself on the screen, but we're just going to scroll through. There you go. Maybe you should write this one down. This one looks like a good one. I did it a different way, but it's not a bad idea. They actually solved for h using the formula. So that's how you would find height when given this type of problem. And then you substitute and solve. 12 plus 15 is 27. Divided by 216 is pretty much what we did. We still got 8. Either way works. Okay, do the same thing here. I would try to use this formula right here, guys. I feel like that would be more straightforward for you. So I'm going to try to do it real quick here. Just write it down. H equals 2 times A, and then B1 plus B2. Let's look at this problem again. So we are going to do 2 times. Up here it tells you the area. So 2 times 487 and 5/10 divided by whatever 25 plus 40 is. So again, calculate that. 2 times 487.5 is 975, and you're going to divide that by 65. So the height should be 15 feet. Yeah. Let me show you the work, because these types of examples do not show you the work. Okay. This formula is perfect for this kind of problem. It's very straightforward. Again, just keep the formulas on one sheet of paper so that when we give you a quiz or a test on here, you have everything right in front of you. Like when you're looking for the height and you're given the area, this is the formula you're going to use. And the other three are right there in front of you as well. Write it down. I think, we're going to do this crazy one. I don't think we need to go into these. They're in your book. All right. You can find them on page 686, 87, 88. If you guys want to try the bookwork, I'm not sure if Mr. Dubel was assigning bookwork or not. If he is, cool. Whoop. If he's not, you can do those practice problems if you'd like for me to help you with. I'd be happy to do so. Also, message me, or you can comment under this video, or you can post in our classroom, not Mr. Dubel's, the one that I created for our class only. You can talk about things that you need help with, or if you want me to reassign a different assessment that you didn't feel very successful with after watching these videos, I will be happy to find a different assessment for you guys to take. It will probably be on quizzes. I think I have some Google Docs that I can do for you guys as far as quizzes go. I'll look it up. But you let me know if you want to take one of those instead of what Mr. Dubel did, if you felt that your grade wasn't that high. So that is the end of trapezoids. And I'm going to go ahead and try to record lesson 4, which is today's lesson on changes in dimension. All right, I'll be back.